I guess I am. Ready.
And we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Defenders of Kabul.
That's how you pronounce it.
Tonight, that's how I pronounce it, whether we pronounce it that way or not. Tonight, we'll be playing The Darkest House by Monty Cook Games. My name is Steven. These are my victims. Everyone say hello, victims.
Hello, victims.
Greetings.
The Darkest House is a horror mini campaign. It's really cool. It's designed to be inserted into any existing campaign, whether it's fantasy, sci-fi, anything in between. Because of that, we are tweaking it a little bit how it's played as written to make it standalone. But for the most part, we will be playing true to the source material. Fair warning, if you don't like any sort of rated R horror movie, you probably won't like this. But like any RPG campaign, we'll try to start off aiming for something like The Shining, and by the end, it'll be like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, probably. We're just here to have fun. So let's get right into it. The setting is Halloween 1999. Wayne Culver, you're just an 11-year-old kid. It's about afternoon. You're getting ready to go trick-or-treating. What do you look like? What are you dressed as?
So first, I'm a 45-year-old man in an 11-year-old's body. I've lived a hard life already. So you can definitely already see some stress lines beginning to show on his face. And those aren't added via makeup for his costume. They are real, as are the bags under his eyes because he doesn't get much sleep. But he looks a little bit like Ben Stiller, Mr. Furious from Mystery Men. He's got on very ill-fitting kind of army gear, probably hand-me-downs from his father that has been poorly dyed. So it's not entirely black. It's very splotchy black. And he's got his collar popped, and his hair is a bit spiky at the moment. And he's got gloves on, but he's cut the fingertips out, so you can kind of see grimy, 11-year-old boy fingernails that are sneaking out along the edges of the gloves themselves. And he's got what look like army boots on, but they don't fit quite well. So like they're kind of sloshing around with every step.
All right. And you are currently walking through the parking lot of your local Dollar General. You're checking to see if anyone's left any car doors unlocked, if you're able to hit the jackpot. And guess what? You got lucky. Some poor schmuck left his window cracked open.
What kind of car are we talking about?
It's a 92 Ford Taurus.
Okay.
Not in good shape by any means. But looking through the windows, you can see there's a lot of clutter back there. He obviously keeps a whole bunch of junk, or the owner obviously keeps a whole bunch of junk in there. You never know what you're going to find.
Now, the Dollar General is probably a place I frequent quite often. Would this car be one that I might recognize as a regular here, or is this sort of out of the ordinary?
Good question. I'm going to say that you would not recognize this as one that frequents there.
then I will most certainly look around left, right, see if anyone's watching, and I will do what I can to rummage as quickly as possible through like anything that's in the glove compartment box or anything in the console between the seats, anything that's like stacked up on the chair, on the seats and stuff like that as well. Anything I can kind of quickly grab.
Yeah. So for like an 11-year-old dressed as Mr. Furious, you're trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. You're looking around the parking lot. It's mostly empty. It's not a big town. You're in New England, outside of the big cities, so it's a bit more rural. And you see a couple walking out of the Dollar General, but they turn immediately and keep going. It looks like they're going to the Taco Bell nearby. So you think the coast is clear. Popping open the door, start rummaging around. Right away, you find a $20 bill.
Pocket that quickly.
Pocket that.
Is on the off chance, did they leave the keys in the ignition?
No, they did not,
Okay.
Unfortunately. You
Wasn't
can check
sure
the
if this
glove
was, like,
compartment.
real
You said
life?
you were gonna, right?
Or if this was film life. Okay. Yeah, I would check the glove compartment blocks. Yeah, absolutely.
Checking the glove compartment, just hundreds of napkins come pouring out all over the floor. You can tell he just kept shoving them in there, quickly rifling through. Doesn't seem to be anything important. Quickly moving to the back seat. A lot of it is just trash, fast food wrappers, things like that. Lots of clothing. Seems like every time the guy had a sweater on, he would throw it in the back and just never take it back inside. Gives it a nice musty smell in the car. However, the first sweater you pull off, you find a carton of Morley's.
Okay. I will absolutely snatch those.
You're already off to a great start here.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, I wouldn't mind a sweater too, especially one that's kind of dark, if that's possible.
Yeah. There's like a dark hunter green one that seems to be in pretty good shape. It smells a bit like smoke, but that doesn't bother you too much.
Not at all.
Pulling that sweater off, you find yet another bundle of books, hardcover books. They seem very strange and foreign to you. Quickly looking over, you see the title is something called Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay.
And that sweater that you pull also has some sort of jingle to it. Like there's something clattering around inside. It's not heavy, but there's like bulk in one of the pockets.
Okay. I think what I'll do is, if it's already in the sweater and I'm going to take the sweater anyway, I'll wrap the books up in the sweater. And I won't waste time going through the pocket since it's already there. And I'll peek when I run away and look around the corner or something like that.
The Morleys as well. Are you throwing them in the sweater?
I can probably slide those into a pocket. Like I probably have ample.
Or you got space in your boots, right? Yeah.
Yes.
As you're quickly bundling the books in the sweater, it seems like your luck's run out. You hear from across the parking lot, "Hey, kid, that's my car."
So I'll lean out. I have all of his stuff here. I'm like, yeah, you can keep it. And then I'll run with all of his stuff in my, the sweater, the bundle of books, $20, everything. And I'll run.
Give me a rating check with your rating of 2 right now, because you are a child. For the viewers watching, the way this game works is you roll 2d6, add them together, and add your rating. Everything in the world has a rating between 1 and 10. 10 being the best, most perfect thing possible, 1 being the worst thing possible. Being an 11-year-old kid in clunky shoes, you're a 2 right now. The average human is somewhere between a 3 and a 4. After that, you get to like superhuman levels.
Okay, so I did not do well. +2 would put me at 5. I think, right? Because it's 2 6s, 2d6s +2, right?
You rolled the first one. Oh, that was 10 minutes ago. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was just me experimenting before.
Yes. So you rolled a 5. Unfortunately for you, and the house hates you. So there's another mechanic here where the house rolls a d6 the same time everyone else rolls a rating check. If the house die is equal to or greater than one of the other dice that you rolled, then something bad happens in the background. It doesn't happen in front of you. It doesn't happen right here. But beware that the clock is ticking. The house hates you, and you rolled a 5. So what's happening is you're actually pretty fortunate. This guy that you're chasing is a smoker, has horrible endurance, and you're a little kid. You're light on your feet. You're able to get away from him. However, you lose one of your boots. It just flies right off as you're running. Do you want to stop for it and keep going, or keep going?
No, I'll kick the other one off. They weren't really my boots to begin with, so who really cares at that point? So I'll kick the other one off and I'll just run barefoot or on socks.
You kick the other one off and you stumble. You don't completely go flying. You don't lose your entire bundle. However, your box of Morley's just skids across the parking lot.
Okay, but I still have the $20. So that's
you still have the $20. You still have the sweater and the books.
Okay. All right. I can probably buy packs. Yeah? I will I don't want to get caught because
no, I get it. So
I will keep running. I'm already ahead of the game with the books, the sweater, and the $20 bill. That's fine. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna risk it.
You make it. The guy behind you, he ends up being overweight. He's got a lot of beard on his neck, but not so much on the cheeks. Like he just shaves the cheeks and that's it for some reason. Balding quite a bit, but really super long hair. Carrying an extra 80, 90 pounds more than he should. Really huffing. He doesn't even make it to your first boot before he gives up chasing you. So you're already across the parking lot, out on the way. You're pretty sure that he wouldn't recognize you, especially because you're dressed like Mr. Furious. You got a weird look going on. You make it free and clear, and you are able to continue going to where you will be meeting your friends by the old Harlock house in a couple hours. And we are cutting to Stephanie Johnson. Stephanie, what do you look like right now?
I'm like awkwardly tall, like probably taller than all of my peers at this point in time. And I'm wearing, like, my mom and I went to like a Goodwill and we got a wedding dress that we dyed gray and like matches nothing like the Halloween costume that I'm wearing. I'm trying to be Katrina Van Tassel from Sleepy Hollow, but it's just very obvious I'm wearing a dyed wedding dress. And like, that's the amount of effort I put into my costume. And then I'm wearing my combat boots with like those slip-on net, like God, what are they called? Like gloves almost that come up to, clearly goth. So it's not even
like
part
the
of my costume.
Lace gloves, right?
Yes, and they come up to like my elbows, and they're all like ripped up and stuff. And
And you right now are in your mother's house, in the living room. Everything is pink, just like the most garish pink couch, pink wallpaper, pink shag carpet. Picture frames are pink. Lampshades are pink. Even the light bulbs emit a pink light. There is only one color to your mom, and it is pink, which might be why you're clashing so much right now with your goth vibes.
Mm-hmm.
All along the walls are framed newspaper articles. Little Stephanie is found. Johnson girl found. Johnson girl still alive. Little Stephanie missing for 3 months. Articles that are very intimate and familiar with you and kind of hurt to see. Reminding you of what?
I was abducted for 3 months. My mom had gone grocery shopping and she had left me in the car. And when she came back, I was no longer there.
And you are trying not to think about this as your mom is standing you, telling you to pose nicely for the newsletter that she has founded since you returned. She calls it the Lost and Found newsletter. And this is how she pays the bills. It is her way of keeping all of your supporters in the loop on your recovery and healing from your terrible, terrible trauma. And right now, she is just fussing over you entirely. Stephanie, do that sad smile that we've practiced. Don't just act annoyed with all of this. Just
Are you kidding
snap,
me, Mom?
snap, snap. You know how important this newspaper is. This puts the food on the table. You don't want your little brother Rowan to starve, do you?
Okay, but I'm just supposed to deal with this? Like, whatever, Mom.
And little Rowan is in the background. He is just a pudgy little 6-year-old. He's so short and rotund, and he's dressed up like Woody from the Toy Story. He's got the yellow plaid shirt, the cow print vest, and just a little cowboy hat. And the shirt's just a little tight on him, which makes him look even rounder than he normally looks. Mom, can I be in the picture too? No, Rowan. You know this is for the newsletter. We'll take your picture later.
Why can't he be in the
Okay.
picture with me, Mom?
Because this is about your recovery. This isn't about Rowan.
Yeah, he's about it.
We're trying to show everyone how you've healed and become a better person. We're trying to show them how you're happy to embrace Halloween again, which is why you're wearing this garish outfit.
And she just kind of like rolls her eyes and she's got her hand on her hip and she just kind of like smiles, like that just really put upon teenager smile. Like,
Well, I suppose that's better than nothing. She keeps taking another picture. Okay, Rowan, come in, get a picture. And she just kind of looks away as she snaps and goes to start taking the film out of the camera.
Oh.
Stephanie, little Rowan comes up to you and kind of pulls on your lace sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go trick-or-treating with you today?
Of course.
Sweet! This is going to be so much fun. And your mom is already looking away and she says, yeah, just be back by midnight.
And Stephanie just rolls her eyes as she scoops him up into a big old hug and she kisses his pudgy cheeks. And she's like, let's go get your pillowcase and we'll head out.
Yes. And he runs to the back room, like kind of more like a waddle, because his pants are also a little too tight. So he's doing the best he can to get his Woody costume going. And the two of you take off to meet Wayne. And now we're going to go to Harold. Harold, what do you look like right now?
Oh, what do I look like right now? I look like Neo from The Matrix because I'm super cool. My hair's super greased back, and by super greased back, I mean like I probably, I'm 11, just didn't shower for a handful of days. That way it's nice and gross and push it back. I stole, probably a nice pair of... I wanted the cool wraparounds, but all I could find were some aviators. So, and then, yeah, probably just scrounged at the military surplus store to get that black trench coat. Total Neo'd it up. I'm walking around doing weird back bends all the time and going, whoa. It's absolutely amazing.
And you are also at home right now.
Yeah.
You are just geared up and ready to go meet your friends. You live in the stereotypical 90s home, a lot of wood finishing, blue plaid couch, looks a lot like my shirt. Your father is already asleep on that couch. There's a couple empty beer cans by him. And you are currently at the stove making a grilled cheese and heating up some soup for your mother. Yeah. You're about to bring this to her, but Dr. Loomis is visiting right now. And he is standing outside the door to her bedroom. You can hear down the hall that she's still arguing with him. Yeah. He has to stand outside the door because she will not let him into the room. You are the only one who's allowed to enter the room. Even your dad, the reason he's sleeping on the couch, that's kind of his bed now. He doesn't go into the master bedroom anymore.
That sounds about right.
And at this point, Dr. Loomis comes out, and you can see he's just exasperated. Harold, you know how hard Halloween is on your mom, right?
I do. Yeah, she just makes things worse. I mean, she already thinks everyone's coming to get her.
Yeah. I'm giving you a special prescription just for tonight. It's very important that she takes this medication every single hour.
Every hour. I was going to go out with my friends. That's going to be tough to do.
I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to tonight. I can't stay. It's already, special visits. It's Halloween. I'm going to go be with my family. He sets a few pills on the counter in a prescription bottle. She can take them with the soup. She can drink them, whatever. But it has to be every hour on the dot.
Okay.
And with that, he leaves. Your grilled cheese and soup is ready. You kind of had the idea earlier you might crush the pills into the soup. She might not notice. You haven't decided if you will yet. Part of you feels guilty just thinking about lying to her.
Yeah.
Other part of you feels guilty about giving her the medicine she obviously hates. You do know that the medicine is always a battle.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Well, maybe I'll leave the tray outside with the food after the doctor leaves, and I'll go in like, hey, the doctor's got some special pills for you tonight to kind of help out. So I'm gonna.
Oh, don't make me take that medicine. You know how I hate it. It makes my heart feel numb.
Okay. I told him the same thing, but he didn't listen. You don't worry about it. I'm just about done with your soup and sandwich. I'll go grab it.
Oh, you are the sweetest little boy. You're the only one who actually loves me.
Yes. I love you too, Mom. And I'll go out and I'll probably...
As you're walking towards the soup, you hear her say, "You'll never leave me, right?"
I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Such a sweet little boy.
I want to go out with my friends, so I'm going to go ahead and take like 3 of those pills and mix it into the soup. Just pop the caps open and pour it in there.
All right. Are you going to like crush them first or just pour them in?
If they're tablet, yeah, I'm going to crush them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely powderize them.
Yeah.
And this is nothing new for you either. You've been doing this for years now. Taking care of your mother, I mean.
Yeah.
You bring back the soup and the powdered tablets. You're so sweet. I was scared you were going to make me take that medicine again. You know how much I hate it.
I do know how much you hate it. It's good for you, but I understand that you don't like it and it makes you feel bad. So
It's not good for me. That doctor is trying to kill me.
he's just trying to look out for you, but it's all right. Eat your food.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much.
You got it, Mom. Just holler if you need anything. I'll come check on you here in a little bit.
You're leaving already?
Yeah, Dad needed some help getting some things ready for trick-or-treaters tonight.
Trick-or-treaters?
It's Halloween.
Oh, no! They're going to come for me.
They're not.
We have to lock the doors.
We're going to.
Tell me you're going to lock the door.
That is what Dad and I are getting ready to go do. We're going to make sure all the lights are out, and we're going to make sure the doors are locked.
You can't trust your father. He won't lock them.
That's why I'm going with him, to make sure that he does it. And then when he walks away, I'm going to double check it.
Yes, because he lies. He lies all the time.
Yes, he does, Mom. I'll get it locked up. Don't you worry.
Give me a kiss.
I'll give my mother a very awkward kiss.
And she just kind of like holds you and just doesn't let go.
Squeezing too tight. I got to go take care of that. Eat your soup. Eat your grilled cheese. I put mayo in it, just like you like it.
You're so sweet. Harold.
Yeah?
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
Come back soon, okay? We'll watch TV together.
I think that's
here in the bedroom.
Great. Yeah, I bet we can find a good movie to watch tonight.
Oh, I need napkins. This is tomato soup. It's going to spill everywhere.
I'll go get you napkins right now.
You might as well grab a towel, too, just to be safe.
That sounds like a good idea.
Not the white one, though.
No, not the white one. I'll get either one of the brown ones or one of the red ones.
Oh, not the red ones. I hate the red ones.
Okay.
They look so filthy all the time. Something about the way it fluffs.
Okay, I'll get you one of the brown ones then.
What happened to the blue one?
I'll see if it's down there. I don't know if I've gotten it washed yet or not, but I'll go look for it.
You haven't washed it yet.
Maybe not. I don't remember. I got kind of distracted earlier. I was watching TV.
You have to wash that tonight. We can't let those towels sit too long or they'll get moldy.
You got it. I'll make sure I get it taken care of tonight then.
Okay. I love you, Harold. Come give your mother a kiss.
I just gave you one.
When?
Just a moment ago.
Well, come give me another one.
Okay. I'll comply awkwardly.
All right. And your mother finally lets you out of her grasp.
Okay.
What are you doing now?
I'll go get the towel, some napkins, make sure Dad's still passed out.
Yep. You've seen him like this before. He's going to be good until well into the next day.
Yeah. I'll maybe listen at her door a little bit, see if I can hear her eating.
Yeah. You hear the clinking of the spoon on the bowl.
Okay. Yeah, probably wait a few minutes, then go in with the towel.
Oh, Harold, you took so long. I was worried about you.
Yeah, I went
You
ahead.
didn't go outside, did you?
No, I didn't. I went ahead and started those other towels in the wash like you wanted me to.
If you went outside, then you need to wash your shoes and your feet.
I did not go outside. I haven't left the house all day.
Okay. You're such a good boy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, here's the towel. Are you done with your soup?
Yes. This needs to be washed right now.
I was going to take it and go wash it from you. What'd you think of it? I tried putting some basil in it.
You know, I think I could taste the love.
Oh, good. Good. All right. Well, why don't you give me those?
But it was probably burnt. You shouldn't heat it up so much next time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used the back burner and the heat's a little wonky on
No,
that.
you can't use the back one. It heats up too fast. You have to use the front burner.
Okay,
The front right burner is the only one you can use.
Okay. I should
And
have.
you got to remember, when you use the front right burner, you have to turn on the back left burner 3 times. Otherwise, that one just starts getting a little fritzy.
Okay.
You have to turn it on and off 3 times, remember.
Yep. I got it. I'll go wash these now.
She finally lets you go again after 2 kisses again.
Yeah.
You're able to get away from her. You gonna head out for the night?
I'll wait to hear the pills kick in and for her to pass out.
Yeah, it takes only about 5 minutes. It seems to be pretty strong. And you know that she is out because she didn't finish the grilled cheese and it kind of fell a little bit onto the bed, causing a little pile of crumbs.
Okay. I will carefully take out the grilled cheese. I'll probably take another pill or 2 and get a glass of water to set by the bed in case she wakes up. And I'll put more pills in that too.
All right, you powderize those pills, stir them into the water, set that by the bed, and you are ready to go.
Ready to go.
All right, Neo, out to face the world. You're headed out. Jimmy Carandini, what do you look like?
Oh, well, I've got a very cheap, fake leather jacket on. I've got an official WCW licensed Sting t-shirt, which is all black with a big white scorpion on it. And I'm wearing black jeans and black shoes because I don't have any boots. And I've also got a very cheap black wig on that's been sort of hairsprayed back. And I'm wearing grease paint, white and black, like WCW wrestler Sting. I've also got a small aluminum, kid's softball bat, and I've just wrapped a bunch of masking tape around it so it's all black.
Awesome. You are the third person to be at home. You're in your living room watching some wrestling. The game was on, the local dairy baseball team, but you couldn't bring yourself to watch it. And your stepfather walks in the door and doesn't actually greet you, which is rather strange because he's a very loving stepfather. He goes right to the back room where your mother is. And a moment later, you just hear wailing and crying. Your mother is obviously very distressed about something. Your stepdad comes out of the back room a few minutes later, and he looks at you. James, We need to have a talk.
Okay.
He sits on the couch next to you and kind of turns to face you and kind of just like motions for you to turn as well. And he spits his chew into the bottle that he always carries, and then kind of dabs a handkerchief at one of the several sores he has around his mouth. You've noticed the sores have been getting worse as of late. And that's when he says, James, I may not be your biological father, but I want you to know that you're the best son anyone could have asked for.
Thanks.
I feel like I'm on my third strike. When I washed out of the minor leagues, I thought my life had ended. And then I met your mother and I met you, and I had a good run, is what I'm trying to say. It saved me. And then when you had your accident, I just feel so ashamed I wasn't able to protect you.
Well, hey man, it's like that's fine.
No, it's not fine. I remember how heartbroken I was when I washed out, and to see you lose your chance, you could have been great. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a good coach, so I guess can say I got that going for me. But yeah, I guess things just sort of happened and they spiraled out of control, and but that's fine. I made a bunch of new friends. They're kind of nerdy, but they're kind of cool, and so I mean, it's not like it was a total loss,
You always were such a happy child. I have something I need to tell you. I'm dying. The doctors confirmed I have cancer. We've decided it's too far gone. I'm not going to fight it. I just want to spend the next couple months with you and your mother, enjoying what time I have left.
I think at that point, I'm just going to turn off the TV and just say, I'm going to go meet up with my friends. And I'm just going to leave.
I love you, James. And he gets up and goes to the back room to go speak with your mother again. Oh, James?
Yeah?
Don't eat too much candy tonight. You'll rot your teeth out.
And I'll just leave. I won't even say anything. I'll just go.
All right. And the four of you meet up near the old Harlock House. It's a rundown 2-story Victorian style building. The grass is like waist high for you guys. There's an overturned tricycle. You can just see one of the wheels sticking out of the grass. Everything else is hidden. It's around 5:30, 6 o'clock yet, so it's just starting to get dark. No one's really out trick-or-treating yet except the tiny little kids. And this is kind of your stomping grounds, just because there's a open sand lot near the house. So it's a free place for you to play without going to the park where the other kids are, because they tend to be a bit of jerks at times. Wayne, you would be the first one to get there, and then Stephanie and Rowan, and then James, and then Harland would be next. Harold. Sorry, not Harland. Harold.
All right.
Yeah, whoever gets there after me you will find me sitting on like a step. It's abandoned, right? Like we know no one lives here. So I would probably just be sitting like on the stoop or something. And I will crack open the 1998 Vampire the Masquerade revised edition published by White Wolf. Came out in 1998. So I imagine that's the one he probably had.
It is
in the back seat. And it's got that. It's got kind of like the greenish cover with like the rose and everything. And I will. I'm gonna be reading it. And I can't smoke a cigarette because the universe stole them from me. But with my now torn socks from running without my boots, I will just kind of like lean down, Tom Sawyer, like just stick my feet up on something and just with my back, and I'll hold the book up, reading, looking at what the craziness I'm looking at, like what the hell is this? As I'm reading through Vampire the Masquerade.
So there was like a swinging porch bench, but one of the chains is long since rusted and fallen. So one side's still hanging, the other side's on the ground, and you just kick your feet on the other side still hanging, and you just kind of rock back and forth as you're reading that book when Stephanie and Rowan show up.
Wayne, where's your shoes?
They fell off, and I'll just turn a page.
So edgy.
And Stephanie, you've always been so compassionate and empathetic towards your brother that you notice right away that Rowan is very scared to be at this house.
Oh, buddy, what's wrong?
Well, we shouldn't be here.
Why? I hang out here all the time. Remember, I always tell you this is a spot where we come and hang out?
Yeah, but the smiling man doesn't want us here.
What? Who's the smiling man? Is Mom letting you read weird stories again?
No, it's the smiling man in the window. And he points up to the second floor window.
And I immediately look up.
You give me a rating check right now.
Okay. I got a 2 and a 5, 7, so 9.
9. You just see a hint of a shadow moving in the window, but you did not actually see anything.
Okay. I mean, it's probably some old curtains, bud.
Okay, well, if you're sure.
Yeah.
We're not going inside, right?
Not you. We usually just hang out here.
Okay. Wayne, where are your shoes?
They fell off. One is in a parking lot of the dollar store, and then the other one, I don't know. It's on the side of the street.
Do we need to go by your house and pick up a different pair?
No,
or?
I do not want to go. I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
This is better. And we can go inside too. No one lives here. It's fine. It's a better place than where I live. So, yeah.
James, this is about when you show up as well.
Hey guys. Wayne, what the hell happened to your feet, man?
Okay. For crying out loud. They fell off. Haven't you ever worn shoes and they just fall off? Like they just fell off. All right. I was running really fast and they fell off.
What are you reading?
A book.
I mean, obvious.
What are you reading?
Nothing. Obviously,
Okay.
your apathetic face.
I'm reading a book about vampires and how
Is it
to
like
be a vampire.
Like a romance book?
I mean, apparently you can do that. Yeah. But no, it's like, like I'll show some pictures, like, look at this. And like, there's some pretty gnarly pictures.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you can be a vampire and stuff. Like I broke into this fat guy's car and, well, I mean, I didn't really break into it. I just sort of like leaned into it and he had this book and a sweater and some cigarettes, but I dropped the cigarettes and, yeah. So this looks cool though. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey man,
It's
this
really
guy here
heavy.
looks like he could beat the crap out of Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is as big as we are. I think you can pick him up and put him in your pocket. He's very, very tiny. So, yeah.
Who's Tom
Yep.
Cruise?
Well, you know that guy in that vampire movie.
No, I haven't seen any vampire movies.
Yeah. Maybe in a few years we'll watch it.
Oh, wait. My mom's dating a vampire. I saw that last year.
Yeah, he's
What?
kind of like vampire like.
It was super
mom's-
scary.
Your mom's dating a vampire?
No, the movie on Disney.
We don't get Disney.
Oh. Is Tom Cruise in that one?
No.
I don't know.
Anyways, and like out of my pocket, I'll pull out like a candy bar or something. Here you go.
Oh, sweet. Immediately begins devouring it. You guys hang out a few minutes longer before Harold manages to find his way there a bit later than he was supposed to be.
Yeah. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. What are we doing tonight?
Well, I guess we're gonna go house to house, get some candy, get some shoes for Wayne. Maybe that'd be good.
That'd be cool.
He said he lost
I
them.
could go for shoes. They fell
Yeah.
off. They fell off. Okay, they freaking fell off. All
It
right.
happens.
Just you gotta. It's all the Matrix, man. You just gotta. There is no spoon. There are shoes, and then there's shoes. I saw it in the movie.
Yeah, a fat guy stole them.
Fat guy didn't. No, the fat guy did. Okay.
That's weird. That's a
Yeah.
cool looking book, though.
No,
He's
you're right.
6.
Fat guy stole my
He's
shoes.
6.
Yep. You're totally right. Yeah, it's about how to be a vampire. There's like different kinds of vampires. You know, there's more than one kind of vampire. There's like a bunch of different kinds. There's like the Bruja. There's like a Malkavian.
Which one of those is Tom Cruise?
Yeah, which one of them is Tom Cruise? Which one is Gary Oldman?
Gangrel. So just
Okay.
reading through all the different
Just keeps
clans.
going.
Oh wait, oh yeah, okay, Gangrel, yeah, he's
There's
pretty
one
cool.
called Assamite. Let me show you.
Ass.
Assamite. Oh man.
That's cool.
And while you guys are going through this book, you hear some ominous chuckling coming from the gate down by the sidewalk. Turning, you see Hank Bowser, the neighborhood bully, along with his two goons, Reggie Higgins and Eric Cross. And they're all wearing some variation of like torn baggy jeans and plaid shirts with the sleeves ripped off. Just the most 90s bully aesthetic you can think of. Look at these losers. Guess we got some new goth kids around.
How old are they?
They're like 2 or 3 years older than you. So they definitely have some height advantage, despite you guys outnumbering them.
You don't gotta be mean, man. Like, we're just out having a good time. I mean, if you want, you can come trick or treating with us. And I'm hoping to get
surprised your
some
mom
dots.
even let you out.
That's not nice.
Who's the roly-poly in the yellow shirt?
Hank, shut up.
Oh, his goons start laughing behind. Hank's getting told by a girl. Shut up. Hey, you got it coming next. Kid, give me your hat.
Hey,
Me?
don't be taking his stuff.
Was I talking to you?
No, but I
I
mean,
want the little fucker's cowboy hat.
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
not.
how about you take this fucker's baseball bat and I'll bash it against the porch.
That's when he goes into his pocket, grabs a little pocket knife. Yeah, you want a piece of this, buddy?
Mine's bigger. Come
Yeah.
on, dude. Let's go. Come on.
Why don't I just go get my pit bull, bring him over here, see how you handle that fight?
You're gonna bring your pit bull over here to attack us?
Yeah, I'll sick him on you. He used to be a fighting dog.
Oh,
He's killed 5 other dogs.
so he's just as maladjusted as you are then.
What the fuck are you even saying, dude?
Obviously, he has never seen a dictionary.
Yeah.
Hey, quit whispering about me.
We didn't say anything.
So give me the hat. Maybe I'll let you all go.
He's 4.
Come get it.
How many of them are there?
3.
3, but again, they are much bigger than you.
Are we allowed to ask what their rating is?
You're allowed to ask, but I'm not going to tell you until you start making attacks.
Yeah, he's not gonna give you the hat. You can go and we can all have a good night. Or, Jimmy here, he swings that bat real hard.
Yeah, if you can even catch up to us.
Well, you're
Little
trying to
cripple
come
boy.
here to get a hat. I mean, it's not like he's trying to chase you.
Hey, I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, why are you even over here? I thought you were supposed to be meeting Vicky tonight or something. Wasn't she telling everybody how she thought you were cute in the cafeteria yesterday or something?
I didn't know that Vicky had eye problems. That's so sad.
You want eye problems? I'll cut your eyes out right now, motherfucker.
You're gonna cut me with a knife. You know how much trouble you would get in? Because I'll tell the police it was you, and they'll come and they'll arrest you. And
Well, then I guess I'll just have to kill you so you don't tell anyone.
you're gonna kill all of us
Yeah, if I have to.
if you have
You're gonna
to.
go to jail like your dad.
Yeah, at least you'd be able to see your dad again. That would be nice.
Yeah. Like father,
mean-
like son, I guess.
He got out of jail last month. Now you really got it coming. And Hank starts advancing, and Reggie and Eric are like a little bit more hesitant, but they can't not back up their buddy. Rowan is terrified at this point.
Yeah, I've scooped him up and I was holding him. It's okay, buddy. Some people are just jerks.
Let's get a marching order. Like what kind of formation are you guys in right now? You're standing at the top of a porch. The stairs up are probably about 4 or 5 feet wide. This is very free-form theater of the mind combat for Darkest House. You don't have 5-foot squares or anything like that. What do you guys think you're doing? I assume Jimmy's up front because he's got a baseball bat. He's been beaten across the post, right?
Yeah. I'm going to take off my cheap wig and sort of hobble down the steps of the porch with the bat.
Oh, look at the crip. Can't even go down a stair.
I want to pick up
Just because my foot don't work don't mean I won't break it off in your ass.
like a handful of dirt.
Okay. Yeah. The porch is sunk in a couple places. So you're able to kind of reach through and get to that like really gross muck underneath there. Wayne, what are you doing?
Wayne's still reading the book in the back, and he's just talking. He's just shouting out various details about different vampire clans and what everyone's blood will taste like, that kind of thing. Because Wayne's 11 years old. I don't think Wayne's gonna get into a brawl. He's gonna run if anything.
All right. So Hank is at the James is at the bottom of the stairs. So Hank is going to come up just about 2 blocks of sidewalk pavement away from you. So he's close to you, but not quite within swinging distance. You have to take a step or 2 forward if you want to do that. Just give me the hat and you all can go.
I'm going to post my bad leg behind me so that I can at least use it to push off with my hip. And I'm just going to take a nice, good batter stance. And I'm going to say, come get it.
do you, and Stephanie at this point just rolls her eyes and she talks to Rowan and she's like, do you mind if we loan him your hat, bud?
No, he can have it. I don't want it anymore.
Okay. And then and I just kind of toss it off the porch and be like, whatever, Hank.
Hank is holding his knife and he's locking eyes with James right now. Doesn't want to blink. Reggie, get the hat. Reggie just kind of goes wary of James as well, staying out of swinging range, and kind of uses his foot to drag the hat closer to him, and then picks it up and never really letting you out of his peripheral either. And then he hands it to Hank, and Hank just takes the knife and starts shredding this hat, just carving into it.
Do you feel good about that? I mean, you just ruined a little kid's Halloween.
Yeah, I'm about to ruin your Halloween. You got it coming. You guys better watch yourselves tonight, because we're going to get you when you least expect it.
I mean, you just told us you're going to get us, and so now we're going to expect it. You're so fucking stupid. Anyway, so then there's this other clan that are all about artists, and I'm just going to start talking about the next one. Are we done yet, man? Can you just go? We got things to do.
Yeah, you can go, but we're staying put right here. They form up in front of the gate.
So wait, we can go, but they form up in front of the gate like they're blocking our way out, or?
Yeah, so you can go around the house, you can go through the house if you go over a fence, but they're not going to let you through is basically what they're saying. They're just trying to be assholes here.
I think there's a gate out back. Let's just go that way.
Yeah, we can just hop it. Whatever. It's just stupid.
At this point, Stephanie, your arms are getting really tired holding Rowan.
Okay, I'll put him down and just hold his hand for now. Let's go, bud.
I'll keep my bat on my shoulder and I'll reach down. I'll pick up my now dirty wig and I'll kind of shake the crud off of it and sort of step back.
All right. Are you guys planning on going around the house then? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
You guys are leaving now, or you want to hang out and read your book a little bit longer, Wayne?
He said we gotta go, right? Oh,
We gotta
that's
go.
Wayne,
So we're
sorry.
going. Yeah, no. He's ready to go too. He's hopping off so ridiculous.
We wouldn't want him to jump us while we least expect it, right in front of the house.
After they told us that they're gonna jump us.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
wouldn't see it coming.
You better watch yourself, dog food.
Kiss my ass, Hank.
A lot of you start filing around the house. I assume that you guys are keeping an eye on them. Nice.
Put my wig on Rowan's head and be like, hey, man, rock and roll.
Woody with some really long hair. You start circling around, and Hank and his goons don't really seem to care to follow you. They feel like they won this engagement. You guys are cycling through and you are passing the basement windows to this house that are kind of barred, but they're all broken. So the glass is long gone, but it would be a little bit hard to fit through. And that's when Rowan sees something in the window. Stephanie, you see that?
See what?
And he goes up to the bars and puts his face up. In there. Look at this.
Yeah, and Stephanie's not having it because he already told me he saw a smiling man upstairs. So she just tugs him away and be like, no. Let's
No, I'm
go.
serious. Look, there's a light in there.
And she'll push him back so she can look in.
You see a very strange object. It's a crystal, maybe glass art piece on top of a brass tripod, and it does seem to be emanating a little bit of light. And it's just in the middle of this basement. And like Wayne said, you guys have hung out here before. So this is like new. Like you would have spotted this before.
Wayne, we've never seen this before, right?
Maybe someone's squatting. We got a lot of squatters in my neighborhood, so.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of really nice, though.
It is. It looks like it'd be very expensive.
How wide are the bars?
Probably about 5 inches wide. Like even though you're a little kid, you wouldn't be able to squeeze your head through yet.
Would we know?
Be able to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Would we know like a way inside?
The front door.
Other than
that's the way you normally go. There would be a back door as well, but that one is a little bit more jammed because the house is kind of shifted. So you've been able to get through it a couple times, but the longer it's been, the more the house shifts. It's kind of sinking in one corner. You haven't tried that door in a while.
All the windows have bars?
All of the bottom basement windows have bars. The first floor windows are all boarded shut from the outside. Like someone just went in with 2x4s over.
Would we know if there's like exterior cellar access out here, like old Victorian style homes? Okay. All right. We can try to bust into the back door and get it. Or you can go back out front and deal with shit for brains.
Wayne, are you looking in at the object too? Or are you just taking her word for it?
Once Stephanie and Rowan mentioned it, I'll come take a look. I broke into a
James Harold, are you looking
I'll come break into this.
Yeah, I'll look. I'm curious now.
Yeah, I am too.
Right. You see this.
What the hell is that?
Again, very out of place for this building that you guys, especially Wayne, know inside and out. This has been like your old stomping grounds. It's a somewhat dangerous place to play for a child. With all the rusty nails and floorboards that are rotting that you could fall through. But that kind of just makes it more alluring for most of you, the forbiddenness of the place. And you would know for sure that this has never been there before.
Dude, my mom pays like crazy money for crystals like that. Like.
And this thing would be like 3 or 4 feet tall. Like it's big.
It's really, really big.
The crystal is 3 to 4 feet tall. The tripod's about the same height.
If we take it, are we gonna like sell it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it belongs to maybe whoever's doing stuff in there. Maybe it's like a haunted house sort of deal.
Maybe it's the smiling guy is like the owner or something, and that's theirs now. I don't know.
Oh, maybe maybe somebody moved in.
Yeah.
But you'd think they maybe fix the place up first.
Or it's just squatters. Finders keepers, you know?
Other than that, we don't see anything standing out in that cellar, do we?
No, everything else looks pretty much the same. There's old shelves with like rusted cans. Anything of worth is long gone. There have been squatters here before, like Wayne said. People come and go all the time, despite it being a run-down house.
We go in the back way. Maybe Hank won't see us, and we can get it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
Go that way.
So yeah. So I'll go over towards the back door then.
I'll follow.
Guys, this bar here is kind of bent, and he points to a window further up. I might be able to fit through here.
Nah, you stay down here and keep a close eye on things just in case, Hank and the booger boys come try and bug us, huh?
You want me to stay out here by myself?
No, you'll come in with me, but like you're not
Oh,
going in there.
okay. Whew. Whew. Yeah, I don't think Hank kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a butthole.
He certainly has a lot of anger
Hank has no
issues.
manners.
Yeah, he's not a very nice person.
Okay.
Whenever anybody in the trailer park gives my dad attitude like that, he just says they're compensating because they have a small wiener. So that's what I'm guessing.
What's a wiener?
We'll talk.
Would you
about
pee
that
out
later.
of?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called a penis.
That's gross.
Yeah, and then
Anyway.
and like I kind of cover his ears, and I'm like, Mom says all men are trash. Anyways. Yeah.
All right. You guys head to the back door, and you notice as soon as you go around the corner that Hank has left, but his goons decided to circle around the building to meet you there. We thought we told you to leave, says Rick.
Going now.
You took too long.
I'm gonna charge at Rick and beat him up with my Vampire the Masquerade book, which is not. I'm just gonna be because
right.
at this point I'm just super frustrated and pissed off, and I have a temper. So at this point, and I'll just charge at him.
You charge at him, and little Rowan just shrieks at the same time. Let's get a rating check from Wayne here.
What's up?
Oh my god.
That's a 14.
Oh
Come
my
at me, Rick.
goodness.
Come at me.
You
Rick.
are just taking this book
Flash
and
beats him to death with the book.
slamming across his face.
just wanted to be a vampire.
Give me a damage check.
All right. Boom. 3.
3. You are just pummeling him, and he's instantly crying and on the ground, sobbing like a baby. And Reggie just, hey, not cool, man, not cool. And
Did I
that's when
break
Hank.
skin? Is he bleeding at all, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's a blunt object, but the edge of that book,
so good.
I'm gonna
the
start.
edge
Yeah,
of that book's still cut.
yeah.
And that's when Hank comes from behind and goes at Stephanie, because I assume, James, you were going up with your bat too?
Yeah, I was gonna try to actually pull Wayne off. Like, holy crap, you're gonna kill him.
All right. Hank is a 2 rating as well, so that is a 7. Let me check the rules to make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this right. I never roll dice. So, Stephanie, you have to roll a defense check. The DM does not roll dice.
Okay.
So he is a rating 2. So 2 plus 7 is 9, which is what you need to beat. So basically,
Okay.
you need to roll a 7 or higher. 8.
9, 10 plus 2.
Yeah. So you're trampling through this grass, but you can also hear Hank coming from behind you because of the swishing sound. And you see him coming at you with a knife, and you manage to just push his arm right out of the way. He didn't seem like he really wanted to stab you. He just wanted to scare you. But you're able to completely back up. What else are you doing?
As I'm doing that motion, I wear combat boots. I'm gonna kick him in his nuts.
Kick him in. We're going to use the same rating check as part of your defense. So you immediately get that damage check in.
Okay, that's just a D6.
It's the number 2 macro.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it's a D6.
5.
5. All right. Yeah, you just kick him square in the groin. And, Harold, what are you doing?
Does he drop the knife?
He does not. He's still holding the knife.
I want to run up and I want to try and take the knife out of his hand.
Yeah, that'll be a rating check. Again, you need to roll a 7 or higher, 9 with your rating of 2. There you go. You run up and you grab the knife, and around that time is when you notice that Rowan has completely lost it. He's shrieking, and to get away, he is going into that basement window.
Oh God, Stephanie's yelling, "Don't, Rowan!"
James, you are the one with an action right now. What are you doing?
I suppose I'll keep trying to pull Wayne off.
All right.
Don't kill him. We'll go to jail, man. Come on.
If you want to resist, he has to roll. If you're willing to let him, then it just happens.
I kind of want to bite this guy's neck because I'm really into the vampire vibes. So I think I'll resist actually.
Okay.
That's okay.
So Wayne is rating 2. You're rating 2, which means you need a 7 or higher as well to get a total of 9 or higher.
So am I rolling then?
No,
Or is
James
Jake
is rolling.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys are killing it. Yeah. So Wayne is just chomping. Teeth are gnashing. At this point, he's even dropped the book because he's just going for the throat, and you're barely holding him back. Finally, you're able to pull him. You're kind of using your baseball bat a little bit too to restrain him as best you can.
Wayne, we'll get you smokes. We'll get you some smokes. Come on.
Rick is on the ground crying still. Reggie is completely terrified by this. He's seen Rick go down, and then he saw Hank go down, which is even scarier, and Reggie bolts. He's just running. And then we're going to go to Hank again, who is really injured, so I'm going to say he's stunned right now. He just lost his knife, and he's holding his crotch. You see tears are welling up, but he's just got too much of an ego to start crying right now. Stephanie, what are you doing?
He didn't collapse into the ground when I whacked him in his.
Let's say he went to his knees. So he's kind of still upright, but he's definitely not standing.
She briefly considers kicking him in his face, but then she realizes that Rowan is freaking the fuck out and went into the house. So she's gonna. Did he go into the house?
He is about halfway right now. He's got that rotund belly that really requires some squishing to get through the bars.
Okay, she looks back. She thinks he's stuck. So she's like, oh, God damn, Rowan. And I do kick Hank in the face.
Okay. Give me another rating check.
11.
11. Yeah, roll your damage again.
1.
You kick him in the face, and that's what starts the real crying. You're all gonna get it.
You're such a fucking piece of shit. I don't like swearing, and you ripped up my brother's hat.
Harold, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. You said the kid was running inside the house?
He's squishing himself through the bars into one of the basement windows. Right now he's got his everything from belly button up is inside the house, and his legs are just kind of thrashing, kicking at air.
Well, it sounds like the foes are handled, so I'm gonna throw the knife off into another yard or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I want to go try and start grabbing at the kid's ankles to try and pull him out.
Okay. Throwing the knife, completely easy, doesn't require an action or anything like that. There aren't really actions in this anyway, so it's all whatever feels right. You throw it over the fence into the neighboring sandlot, and then you go for Rowan, and that's when you realize that he's just completely peed his pants. It's just soaked. You grab, and it's just your hands are instantly soaked as well.
Yeah. Probably freak out, gross out a little bit, let him go and panic.
You're not going to keep pulling him back?
I don't think so. I think the whole situation's too much. And then grabbing a small child's ankles coated in warm pee, it's a lot for an 11-year-old.
It is. Rowan is just thrashing, like I said, like feet are kicking. You grabbed him, and that kind of scares him even more because he doesn't know who's grabbing him. Give me a rating check, Harold, as you defend yourself from this kid kicking you.
I got a 9.
9. All right, so you kind of like manage to grab a foot to keep it from going, but that's what just gives him enough leverage to like get pushed through the bar. You don't take any damage or anything like that, but all of a sudden you're just holding a shoe as Rowan falls into the basement with a thud and just crying from inside the basement. James, what are you doing? Wayne, are you still biting?
Well, I'm in the warm embrace of Jimmy, so depends what Jimmy does.
Okay, Jimmy, what are you doing?
I was gonna try and it's okay, Wayne. You got him. You got. Oh my. Yeah. All right. And I'll just kind of look around, try to assess the situation. And where's Rowan?
You guys just see Stephanie. I'm crying as I'm just leaning over Hank, just screaming at him.
And James, you would say, "Where's Rowan?" And you'd be able to put 2 and 2 together when you hear the crying child inside from the basement as well.
All right, I'll try and make my way over to kind of use my bat as like a cane and try to rush over to the door and say, "Rowan, buddy, it's Jimmy. You gotta come out of there, guy. Everything's fine now."
So you're going to like the barred window that he just fell in, and you're using your bat to hobble over as quickly as possible. Looking in to say the reassurance, you'll see Rowan just kind of lying on the ground. He seems to be mostly okay. There's not much light with you blocking the window, just a soft glow emanating from that structure that you already saw. And that's when you see a very slender shadow moving past the structure. It looks kind of like a man, not a very large one, maybe 5 foot tall and extremely thin.
Oh. Are these bars wide enough for me to try to get through?
Possibly. Rowan was
I will
fat.
give it a shot, please.
So there is a chance that you could get through there.
If anything, I could at least get my upper body through there to try to get Rowan to grab my hand.
Yeah. Give me a rating check to try and squeeze in. If you had plenty of time, I wouldn't require a check. You'd just be able to figure out if you can go in or not. But because we're in a time crunch, we're going to see how you do.
Gonna try to make an effort. Oof, that's an 8.
All right, so...
No, 7.
The rating on this was 3, so you needed a 10 or above. So right now, with your like trench coat and everything that you have, to the whole costume and everything, you just can't quite get through. Your shoulders are just too broad. Wayne, what are you doing?
If I hear this going on, and I'll just say to Jimmy, just keep him talking, and then I'll go for the back door.
Go for the back door.
See if I can get in the back door. Yeah.
All right.
I'll go get him. Just keep him talking.
Hank is going to try to stand up here. Stephanie and Harold, you're both next to him. You can try to stop him if you want. It does seem like the fight's left him. He's got too much ego to say it, but he was trying to like scramble away.
I would let him go.
Stephanie will let him go away.
Yeah.
All right. So he just like claws through the grass, tearing himself up, tearing up his hands the whole way, and he backs up and says, "You all are gonna get it. I'm gonna get my dog and my dad, and I'm gonna sick them both on you." And he just starts running away.
Stephanie doesn't even say anything. She
Yeah.
just runs toward Wayne's at the door, yelling for Rowan.
All right, so we are going to be out of combat. There is no actual combat here, but much more free form again. We're just, if you want to take an action, take an action. Wayne, you're at the door first,
Yeah.
and you're able to push your shoulder, thump, thump, until finally the door gives. Again,
Nice.
You've been through this way before, but it has been a while.
I'm on a blood high right now, so I feel like
yeah, you got some adrenaline pumping, even for an 11-year-old. However, like I said, you probably know this house better than anyone, but the rest of you know it pretty well nonetheless. You are not in the house anymore, Wayne. I'm sorry, 1 second. You see this living room here, which, albeit decrepit, is not the same. Right now, you should be in like a back dining room type area. This is a living room that, looks to be older, but like not looted. It's not falling apart the same way. The furniture is covered with the dust covers right there. What are you doing?
I do think he's in a bit of a frenzy, a rage, you might say. So it'll probably slow him for a second, confused, but he's kind of on a job now. So he's like, he's got what the, and so what? And then I'll look for like a hallway or a doorway or something like that, in like whatever direction I would think is sort of like towards the stairs going down to the basement. Even like in my mind,
Yeah,
I'm probably thinking they rearranged everything or something like that, or like
so you see that hallway straight ahead. That seems to be the only way out of this room. So you take a few steps in that way. What are the rest of you doing? Are you like hot on his heels?
Yeah.
It took him a couple thumps to get through the door, so you were able to catch up with him.
Yeah.
He's not got a huge lead.
I'm gonna try and pull myself out of the bars and take off my coat, and then try to slip in again.
Okay. So Wayne, Harold, and Stephanie, you get several steps in. Wayne, you're pretty much across the room by the time Wayne and Stephanie are in there. And that's when you realize that there was one chair in the corner to the right, just off the screen of what you would have seen, with a wisp of an old lady in it, maybe 5 foot, 90 pounds, in a completely black lace gown with a lace veil over her head. Oh, dearie, children. I haven't had the pleasure of hosting children in some time. Cut to James here. Let's give you another chance to get through. You take off your shirt or your trench coat. I'm going to give you another rating check here. And if you don't make it this time, you can't get through at all.
All right.
12.
Ooh, there we go.
All right. You are in. You fall to the basement with a kerplunk. And little Rowan is down there, but the shadow is moving towards you as well. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna call out, hey man, my friend's little brother just fell down here. We're just gonna get out the way we came in. No problem.
Is all you hear. Just that little laughter.
I don't like the smiling man.
The shadow kind of continues to move like back and forth across the crystal in like a zigzag pattern, like on his way to you, but taking a strangely long, slow, circuitous route, giving you plenty of time to scramble up if you want. Rowan is just kind of like in the fetal position at this point, still covered in urine.
I'm gonna try and grab him by the hand and say, "Hey, it's me, buddy. Come on, we gotta. Your sister's up outside. We gotta go outside to get your sister, okay?"
Okay. Most important question right here, James. Did you throw the bat down before you came down?
I did not.
You did not.
I
honest
threw it down
player.
so as to. I threw it down on the ground and then tried to go back in because I was trying to actually enter the bar.
So is the bat in the basement or not? Is what I'm asking.
No. Should be out with the coat.
What an honest player. I appreciate that. So you find yourself a little bit defenseless. You don't even have your trench coat to give you that like little feeling of toughness. You don't have your bat anymore. You're kind of favoring your strong leg. And that's when you see the face of the smiling man. Let me get you a little handout here.
Oh my God.
Like I said, he's not much taller than you, but he just looks so happy and just has an impossible amount of teeth. James, we've been waiting for you. And he reaches out a long, slender hand towards you. What are you doing?
Screaming, most likely.
All right. Give me a rating check. This is a mental attack to deal with the trauma of it happening. It is going to be a rating of 5. So you need a 12 with your rating or higher.
Ooh, that ain't it. That's an 8 or a 9. I can't math
Jake,
today.
you have never seen something so frightening in your life, and you pass out. You just go black right now.
Oh, jeez. Oh, poop.
Wayne, Harold, and Stephanie, you just hear the voice of an old woman call out for you, saying that it was a pleasure to have children around again. What are you doing?
Stephanie just yells, "I'm sorry. You gotta get my brother came in. We'll get out of your way." And she just keeps running.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be rude, dearie. You just keep going?
Yep, I'm rude.
Okay.
I'm going.
Following her bravery, I'll tag
Yeah,
along.
I think Wayne will also be rude.
Yeah.
All right. The three of you go in towards this hallway leads to a kitchen. Compared to the last room, this is like hoarder style kitchen. There are just stacks and stacks of papers. There's food on a stove, like a giant pot of soup that's been rotting for years, maybe. Maggots are crawling out of it and around it. There's rat shit everywhere. And you can't even see through to the other side of this kitchen. It's kind of like a galley style kitchen. It's very narrow and oppressive, but there's so many stacks of papers that you have to like work your way through and around. You can't see the floor whatsoever because there's just so much trash.
Yeah. At this point, Stephanie's in an absolute panic, and because Rowan fell, so she doesn't know if he broke anything or what.
Mm-hmm.
So she's crying as she's just making her way through.
Let's get marching order here. Who would be in front? Is it still Wayne?
Wayne was in there first, so I guess we could still say that.
Okay. Who's in the back then?
I
Probably
can take
safe.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Wayne, you're trying to navigate as best you can. Do you slow down at all, or do you just rush right through this trash?
No, I mean I'm going. I mean I'm not a break deck run because there's trash in the ground and we'll fall over it. But like I'm not
And you
like
don't have
stopping
shoes
to
on.
look through it. Yeah, I'm not stopping to look through it. I'm slowing down enough to easily navigate it, but I'm not like looking
That's what
too
I was
hard
asking.
at what we're
Yeah,
passing. Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to know if you were going to run, I was going to make you do a rating check to not slip because of all the loose papers on the ground and you're not wearing shoes for any traction. So as long as you're being somewhat careful, you're good. You guys get through this kitchen and the stench just becomes even more unbearable with every step you take here. You make your way through to a dining room where you find yet another denizen of this house. This dining room is a good size, and there is a door on the far side of the room, but in the middle is a very large dining table, and at the head of the table is a morbidly obese man, 700, 800-pound guy, and lying on this table is the body of another morbidly obese man. However, this man has been gnawed upon and mangled, as the guy at the head of the table is just like ripping in, just taking chunks of rotting flesh and just two-fisting, just devouring this other man lying on the table.
It's fucked up.
Wait, you see this first.
Screaming.
Yeah, I'm just
Screaming.
holding on to
Screaming.
both of the boys, just like freaking out.
And that's, yeah, I mean,
The three of you need to make a mental defense check. This is going to be rating 4. So 7 plus 4 is your goal, 11. So you guys need to roll 9s or higher.
Oh,
Wayne's good.
I'm good. I got a 13.
Yeah, you
12
all made
for
it, didn't
Wayne.
you? Oh, no,
I
Harold
failed.
did not.
I fell.
Yeah, my bad. Harold,
Mhm.
Wayne and Stephanie make it in. Wayne kind of stops in his tracks. Stephanie kind of bumps into him. And you just see between their two heads this scene. And you just like have a bit of a breakdown. You don't pass out the same way James did. But you are just shrieking. Give me a damage check. How much damage you take.
Okay. 1.
All right. So you suffer a rating 5 wound, 1 plus the 4 that it was.
Where do I record that at?
It's on your character sheet where you would record that. Because this is a flashback, we're not going to have it last into the next session, but it is important for this session.
Okay.
All right. So you are just almost catatonic at this point. You're like standing, but you're just freaking out. Wayne, Stephanie, what are you doing?
I don't think I would be staying in this room very long.
Are you backing up or going for the door on the other side?
Since I passed the roll, I would say I'd keep going because we've still got to get
Okay.
rolling. Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I'm
you
just
take
gonna run.
As you take a couple more steps in the room, Wayne, you're going to be the first to notice. Stephanie, you're going to be a step behind. You'll see that the stomach on this man who is eating is so distended and stretched that it's become translucent. And you can see there are like eels or something slimy, slippery, just swimming in his stomach. And they appear to be like pressing against the skin, like it's just packed. Every time one moves, there's another one that comes around, and they're just swirling inside.
I shouldn't eat that blood. I shouldn't eat that blood. I shouldn't eat that blood.
Just keep
Continuing
going,
on?
just keep going. Just keep going.
No, yeah. Just going, like literally, like almost pulling her arm out of the socket. Just
Yeah, as I'm dragging
squeezing. Yeah.
Harold along behind me.
You're trying to drag Harold?
Yeah.
Okay, his feet are not moving right now. So you're just kind of pulling him, and if you pull hard enough, he will fall over. What are you doing?
If I have to drag him, I'm gonna drag him with me.
All right, so you just yank on him. Complete disregard for him. He goes flying forward. I'm not going to make you do a rating check for that, Harold. You're not going to take any damage. You're a kid. You bounce all the time. You'll be fine. But you're going to be prone as she's dragging you. Wayne, you make it to the door across the dining room, and it's jammed. And you're pulling on it. It doesn't seem to be locked because the knob is turning, but it just doesn't want to open right away. And from behind you, you hear a dry heaving.
Not looking. Nope. I'm pushing on the door. I'm pulling on the door. I'm knocking on the door. I'm slamming on the door. I'm doing whatever I can to try to like knock the door down or open. And if that doesn't work, I'll look for a different door. but I will not. I will intentionally not look at the retching that I know that is happening behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is no different door other than the one you came through. So you're just going to keep pulling. Give me a rating check here. Rating 3. So you need a 10 or higher with your rating.
No, 7.
Can I try and kick
7.
the door in? Once I catch up to him at the door?
So Jeff, roll another d6. You'll have advantage because Stephanie's trying to help you.
Gotcha. Oh, 6.
6.
So it's like a
All right,
total of
so that's going to
13.
replace your 2.
Replace your 2, so 11
yes.
total.
Yes, which is enough. You rip open this door. She started kicking it. It's actually a pull, but she was just freaking out. She kicked it, and that's actually what like busted it loose enough that it popped open anyways as soon as she moved her foot. And that's when this dry heaving takes a gross, wet sound as it turns to vomit. And you hear a sploosh.
Not looking. Go
from
go.
behind you. The door opens just as a pool of bile like reaches your feet as you're going forward. You're not looking back, but you're like head down running forward, and you see this like stomach acid along with like tiny little worms squirming in the acid as you're running forward.
Help me with Harold.
Harold, yeah. Stephanie,
Is Harold,
if you're not looking,
Harold unconscious? Harold's not unconscious, right?
I'm not unconscious.
he's not unconscious. No,
Yeah,
he's just he's
reeling.
very stunned right now.
Yeah.
At this point, Harold, we can say you're starting to come to.
Okay.
But you are being dragged in this bile as well by Stephanie. So you are just kind of partially soaked in it, like your butt and legs. And you, the three of you are going down the hallway. Harold, you're actually moving faster than you were before because you're kind of lubricated now.
Ooh. Okay.
This hallway also ends in another door. Wayne, this one opens much easier, and it is a stairway going down what you think would be the basement.
Got it. Basement.
Oh my god.
Wayne, you start running down. Stephanie, you're hot on his heels. Harold, at this point, you're like scrambling to get up as she's still yanking on you. So you're kind of like halfway to your feet trying to catch some traction below, but you're not like being dragged down these stairs, hitting your head on every single one anymore. Yeah. Wayne, you make it to the basement. You see this structure glowing. You see James lying on the floor. Next to him is a puddle of urine and a drag mark to the structure. And you see shreds of a red bandana and cow print vest in front of the structure.
Red bandana and cow print.
Wayne? He was wearing a Toy Story.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Little
Okay.
Woody.
Jimmy, wake up! What the heck? Because Jimmy's near. Jimmy's there, right? Like,
yes,
like
he's unconscious on the floor.
Okay. Okay. Wayne will get down and just like kind of like smack him a little bit, see if I can wake him up. It's like, wake up.
Rating check. I'm gonna say your medicine probably is not better than a 2, which is your standard. So we'll go with a difficulty of let's say 4. So you need an 11 or
11
higher.
total.
You got it. All right.
Yeah.
So you're just slapping.
CPR remote.
I've seen this on TV.
Jimmy, you see Wayne's face coming down, blood still on it.
James, you come to with a scream. And for a second, James, this is the smiling man biting you, is what you're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
what are you
freaking
doing,
out. I'm
James?
throwing my hands up to try and just get him away from me.
Yeah. Wayne, he comes to. Harold, Stephanie, what are you doing?
Stephanie is scrambling. She like picked up the scraps of fabric and she's holding it as she's just crying, and she's just frantically looking around this room trying to find where Rowan's hiding.
Panic, terror, not sure what to do. I want to help James, but I'm terrified to go over there, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It is just
You're
shock
allowed
and
to be
awe.
stunned.
I think being stunned is a very reasonable thing at this moment. Yeah.
He's
Poor 11-year-old
gonna be
kids.
hiding, right? Rowan.
Jimmy, quit hitting me. Where the frick is Rowan? Where is Rowan? Stop hitting me. Stop hitting. And I'm just like hitting him while I'm saying stop hitting me. Panicking like crazy.
Smiling man's real. The smiling man is real. We gotta get out of here.
Where's Rowan? Where's Rowan?
I'm just gonna try and like flail to get Wayne off me as I make my way to the bars.
All right. As far as you guys can tell, there is no pressure on you right now. You can't hear anything coming from the stairway. You can't hear anything coming from the hallway up above. There's only the soft glow of the structure, but you don't see any more movement of shadows.
Start looking
So-
for the
Yeah,
Kid?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
search the room.
Yeah.
All right. No rating check because you guys are not under time pressure right now. You start searching the room, and Wayne, pretty much everything is the way that you would expect it to be, with the exception of the structure and the fabric near the structure. There's rusted cans, old tools that are worthless by now, just bits of rotting 2x4s, things like that.
Oh my god! What if that guy ate him? What if? And like Stephanie's spiraling.
You said there's rotting 2x4s,
Yes.
and then yeah. Can I pick one up and just sort of like poke the object a little bit?
Yeah. How hard are you poking it? Are you trying to like knock it over, or are you just like
Just
tapping?
gently.
Okay.
I just want to see, I mean, like there's like a big empty space, everything we've seen. So just kind of curious, like poking, like.
You give it a little tap, and you saw how it was kind of like floating on the tripod a little bit. Like there's just a couple inches of clearance there, and it just kind of spins slowly after you tap it. It starts going in a clockwise motion. And the strange thing about it is, as you're looking at it from different angles, it changes shapes. Like it becomes a vastly different shape than it was before every time you look at it, like after a few degrees of motion, until it gets around to a full circle, and then it appears to be the same shape it started at.
Okay. All right. And there's no sign of ruin other than it just like clothes. Is there blood or anything? Is there like a trail moving away
Just
from
the
like where the
urine
clothes are?
smear towards
Yeah.
the structure, and then the shredded clothes there. Jimmy, you're having a very strange toothache right now.
Oh, jeez.
Like it's
Well, either I'm
Of
still
all the
making my
things
way to those
happening-
bars to get out.
of all the things happening, you would not like notice that kind of pain, except it is just numb, like mind numbing, like just throbbing instant headache. Just like something on with your molars is just messing with you.
I think first things first, I'm going to try to crawl through the bars just to get out of there.
Okay, so the bars are a bit higher up. You're gonna have to like bring some shelves over or something like that to try and climb up to that window, because you're like in underneath ground level at this point.
All right, yeah, I'll yeah, in that case,
And there's
I'll look
also a
around for, like,
stairway that you
table
can go
or-
up if you want.
Oh hell no! If there's like a broken table or a chair or something nearby, I'm gonna grab that and just sort of throw it up against the wall and try to climb up.
There are like some metal shelves that are like really rusted and deteriorated, but you just drag them with a screeching across the floor. And you know, the funny thing is, as that metal scratches across the concrete floor, you feel a similar scratching underneath your molar. Just like a little scritch, scritch, scritch.
No.
I still gotta get out. Smiling man's here.
So you're still pulling. You're still pulling. Harold, what are you doing?
There's too much going on. We haven't found the kid yet, right?
No.
I want to start searching for the kid. I want to kind of look where Stephanie's going, and I want to go the other way. divide and conquer, I guess.
Good plan. Good plan. And you're lucky you did that because you do find something of interest.
Ooh.
As you start going across the room, you start to notice how fucking cold it is in this basement for some reason.
It's not good. Even in my trench coat, like I pull it in tight.
It's October in New England, so you
It's
expect cold. Like you dressed warm enough.
Yeah.
But this is like dead of winter, winter solstice level cold. And you are just freezing. Your nose is instantly like the moisture is frozen. You see your breath in front of you. And you get closer to a corner and you see a mirror in surprisingly good condition. You'd think everything else of value is gone from this house. But a mirror is still there, and it's actually frozen over, or not frozen, frosted over because of how cold it is down here. And you're like, okay, that's interesting. You start to move on, and then you realize the frost has a face in it, the face of your mother.
Oh, that's fucked up. Just wipe. I don't want to see that. I got enough worrying right now without hearing her voice. You're never going to leave me, are you? So no.
And you do hear that as you wipe, not like actually hearing it, but your head is playing it because you've heard it so many times. And you start to wipe, and the second you touch this mirror, it just shatters into dozens and dozens of pieces. Some of them actually go flying towards you, but your hand was already out in front of you. You're able to block most of it. Nothing really cuts you, but you're like covered in glass. And it's just broken mirror in front of you right now.
Okay. Yeah. Wipe myself off. Shake the glass off. Do a gross 11-year-old sob a little bit. Keep looking.
All right. That brings us to Stephanie. What are you doing?
I'm whatever corner I was in, I'm digging through, whether it's like bookshelves, moving chairs, like looking behind paintings, even though I know that's absurd. Like I am just frantically trying to find Rowan.
Yeah, and you're getting a bit of a gurgle in your stomach too. Something is just not sitting well. What did you have for dinner?
One of those like microwavable, like just meals. My mom doesn't cook.
That must be it, because those don't always sit well. They're really not that healthy for you, and it's just churning. Maybe it's the stress of what's going on. You can't find your brother. You just saw something very freakish upstairs, and now all of a sudden you're dry heaving too.
I will make myself vomit so that I can focus more on searching for my brother.
Just the two fingers down the throat?
Just get it over with.
Yeah, you put the two fingers down and you feel something slimy kind of rub back on your fingers there.
Yeah, I'm still crying. And now I'm definitely trying to vomit.
Yeah, you're trying to vomit and you feel like maybe like a tentacle or just something slimy back there, like wiggling back over your fingers. And then you get a hold of it. What are you doing?
I'm going to pull it out.
You pull it out and it gets thicker and thicker. And you are like holding the back end of like a snake, maybe like something slimy. Like it's not a dry desert snake. This is like one with like liquid to it, like just coats of slime, just thick, viscous liquid are coming out, and you're just pulling for what seems like ages.
Who's nearest to me?
Probably Wayne.
Oh yeah, then I would have
not
run.
Anymore. I'm not.
I would have run at Wayne, just crying as I'm like pulling this out. Like,
what does it look like again? What is this she's pulling out?
Well, so you have a better angle of it than she does.
I know. I wish I did it.
It looks like like sea eel, where it's slimy and long, and it's got like a fin on top and a fin on bottom that are just like rather shallow. They're not very long, but it's just wiggling and thrashing at this point as she just keeps pulling it out. And at this point, she's got like 3 feet of it out, just dangling in front of her.
Like with it in my mouth, trying to beg you for help, obviously.
Okay. Oh God! Like, and it's still in her mouth. Though it's not like on the floor yet. It's not like all the way out yet. It hasn't like dropped to the floor.
No, not yet.
Oh God! I'll reach out and try to help her. Oh God! Oh, try to help.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you pull, and there's another solid 1.5 foot that comes out before she finally gets the end of it. Stephanie, you know it's the end because you feel like a skull, and it just like distends your throat as it comes out, and you feel like the bone like dragging across, and you are looking at like the head of like a moray eel type thing, and it's just chomping at you, and it's got an inner jaw that pops out at just another inch, and it's just gnashing at you as you've got two hands on your throat.
Oh yeah, I drop it as soon as it's
and
out.
I want to take the 2x4 that I had. It was poking, and I just want to start smashing it.
You just start smashing. James, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to like just throw the shelves down, just kind of tilt them over and let them crash onto the floor, then climb up and try to get out.
Yeah. And as you throw those shelves, that tooth that was just really bothering you gives. Something pushed it out. And you can feel hundreds of little legs crawling out of your gums, and you start like gagging, choking from having this in you, and you spit out a 7-inch centipede that literally just came out of your gums. It's just covered in blood. It's just, you're bleeding out of your gums right now, and you start feeling even more pain from multiple teeth on the other side of your mouth now. Just that scritching underneath, that clawing to be free.
Oh man. I'm gonna grab my face with one hand, and with my other hand I'm gonna grab the bad leg of my jeans, bring my foot up and smash the one centipede that's on the ground. Then I'm gonna try to climb up and out.
It smashes in one stomp. It's a massive centipede, but it's not that massive. And you're able to get up, and you're just climbing. You have your hands on the bars. It was a difficult squeeze to get into in the first place, so coming from this angle makes it harder, but you're doing it. You've got like a head and one arm out this window right now, and you're using the other arm to just pull on that bar to try and get out as best you can. Harold, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. No sign of the kid, right?
Nope, not yet.
Do I see any other rooms down here?
No. The only way in and out is the windows that are barred and the stairs up.
I think if we don't see him down here, I think I'm going to head back up the stairs.
Okay. So you start heading up the stairs, and you see that same hallway. No other doors in this hallway, despite it being very strange placement. Like, why is there a hallway from a dining room just straight to a stairway at the end?
Okay. I'll slowly creep down the hallway back.
Yeah. From this hallway, you have a good view of the dining room and what was at the dining room table. And you can see what was that extremely obese man is now an emaciated man with just feet and feet of skin hanging off and wiggling all over the floor in piles and piles of bile are eels similar to what Stephanie just pulled out of her stomach.
Really regret what I'm going to do, but I'm going to ask him a question.
Okay, what are you asking him?
Have you seen a little kid run through here who is dressed like Woody from Toy Story?
So he was kind of slumped over. You couldn't see too much of him because of the obese man on the dinner table as well. But you see him slowly pull his head up, and his jaw is just completely dislocated because of most likely what just came out. And he raises an arm and just feebly starts reaching towards you. And he looks like he's about to stand up. And his feet, which, like he was extremely obese, but even his legs are like just bone and folds of skin now. Like all the moisture and anything that gave his body any sort of weight is just gone at this point. And he's just so feeble that he just falls over into the bile, and he looks up with his head off the ground, his jaw still hanging limp, and he just starts reaching towards you again.
Why did I go upstairs? No. Do I see? Because I know I was mostly stunned through this before, but I know you can get to the weird living room. Are there any other ways through this dining room?
As far as you know, those are the only two. Wayne would know for sure that those are the only two.
Christ. I gotta find this kid. I'll run past him and I'll try to go ask the old lady.
Okay. So you're going to rush through there, trying not to step on any eels or have them nip at you because they are hungry, apparently. They're just chomping. And there are at least a dozen large ones like Stephanie pulled out, but then hundreds, if not thousands, of sizes smaller than that. Anywhere from 6 inches up to the 3 feet. So you have a bit of navigation to try and run through if that's what you want to do without stepping on anything.
Yes.
Wayne,
No?
Stephanie, not yet.
Okay.
Wayne, Stephanie, what are you guys doing? Wayne, you've just destroyed the seal. It's just smashed. It's still twitching, but it's just obliterated.
Has Jimmy made it out the window?
No, he's still kicking the air.
Okay. And would we have seen Harold run up the stairs?
Yes, you would have.
God dang it. All right. So I think then Wayne would tell Stephanie to help Jimmy. I'm going to go get Harold. And then, once Jimmy's through, give him the thing, and then he'll point to the object, and then he'll run up the stairs to go help Harold, regretting.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I say it.
All right, Stephanie. So you are gonna go give James a push,
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a boost.
which is all you needed, James, to get out that window. You just couldn't quite do it otherwise, but now that you've got that push, you have your both arms through. And you're able to just claw through this long grass. Your hips kind of give you some trouble, but at this point, sheer adrenaline. You don't care if you hurt yourself or not. You are just getting out of this window.
Oh, yeah. I'm also going to be trying to, nudge my teeth out just to get whatever bugs are in my head out. Just trying to, play with my tongue behind the teeth, just sort of push them free.
Yeah, your tongue gives it a little nudge, the back molar, and it pops out instantly, and then immediately you feel a biting on your tongue, just chomping down, and you pull your tongue away, and you reach with your hand, and that centipede just it just flies out basically of your gums. It's clamped onto your tongue, but its butt is now hanging and thrashing out of your mouth.
I'm gonna try to chew its butt off, essentially, and spit its body out.
You chop it in half, and you just kind of fling the other half away, but the other half is still chomping on your tongue, just biting. Stephanie, what are you doing after you see him getting out?
I'm gonna do what Wayne told me to do, and I'm gonna try and get the crystal.
Okay. So you go and you are just gonna try and pick it up like both hands. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and grab like the tripod because that seems to be making it float, and see if I can bring that over.
The tripod appears to be fixed to the ground somehow. You grab it and it just does not move. It doesn't even wobble.
I'm gonna try and hold like the base of it, but I want to kick at the legs until I can break them. Are they wood or what are they?
They're brass. They're metal, so you're not going to be able to break them
Brass.
by kicking.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna try and push the crystal part over.
Okay. Wayne, you are going to hear Stephanie's screams a moment after you get halfway up the stairs. Are you going to keep going or are you going to look back?
No, I'm gonna go help Stephanie.
So you look back and you're going to see Stephanie. There is a void, a black hole that has appeared where she's touched this crystal. Only over one of her hands though, and it's only about the size of her hand. And it just begins to pull on her with an amazing force.
I will scream. I will run down fast as I can down the stairs. I will scream for Harold, and I will tackle her.
Okay.
Away. Like I will just. I don't care if it's like hip checks her into the wall. I'm just gonna try to tackle her.
Just straight.
Harold, I don't need a rating check from you. You're able to make it across that room, and you're navigating as fast as you can, but also slowly enough to not be bitten. And as you're like really close to this guy that's grasping, like just within inches of him, you're trying to skirt so he can't reach you, but at the same time you have to go past him to get out. That's when you hear Wayne screaming.
I'll go back.
All right. So you start heading back. Wayne, you go and you tackle Stephanie, and all that does is her arm is right up about halfway to her forearm in this black hole. Give me a rating check here. Rating 3. So you need a 10 or higher with your rating.
No, it's a 6.
You break Stephanie's arm.
I'm okay with that.
Her arm just snaps in half. And she screams even louder now, but she's still being pulled in to this black hole. It snaps in half. You go flying past, and you're on the ground, and she's just being pulled in ever so slowly by something that she obviously cannot resist. She's pulling with all her might, and it gets up to her elbow here. You can see her arm is still connected, but at like a 90-degree angle. She's got 2 90-degree bends in her arm now.
Where's the crystal thing in all of this? Like,
that's what she's being pulled into.
Okay, I thought it was like a void. So like, how is the void in the crystal thing?
So like the surface of the crystal, black hole opened on that surface. So her arm is like inside where the crystal should be. Can I
use the 2x4, the rotted piece of 2x4 I have to just try and shove the crystal, like pull her and just like kind of poke the crystal away, see if the crystal would move at all?
Absolutely can. Stephanie, I'm going to have you make a defense check here. It's also going to be rating 3. All right.
10.
So you pass this, which is good. Wayne kind of like shoves with the board and holds onto you, and you're doing your best to hold on to Wayne.
I've got like my feet braced against the brass.
Yeah. And you actually pull that 2x4 and you kind of put it between you and the crystal to give you something else to press against. And it seems to halt your momentum for a little bit. James, what are you doing? That thing's still biting on your face, and you hear the screaming from inside the basement as well. James, you were the first one in the basement and the first one out.
Do I have one molar missing from each side of my mouth, or were they both on the same side?
One from each side. Blood is streaming out. And on the side that happened second, you feel even more scratching from another molar.
Oh, God. Well, first I'm going to try to, from the molar with the scratching on it, I'm going to try to aim the centipede in between that molar and the tooth above it and just try to mash my own tongue to kill this thing.
Yeah, you think it's already dead, but at this point,
Okay.
like, reflex is just like causing it to continue clamping down.
Yeah, I just want it off my tongue.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to bite it, spit it out, and then try
Defense
to just
check,
like...
rating 1.
All right. There we go. 12.
Yeah. You managed to do so with taking the minimal amount of your tongue with it. You're just chomping, and you're basically just chewing it to bits. Just biting. You have just chunks and guts of centipede floating around. Legs are everywhere, getting between your teeth. Tastes horrible, but that copper blood taste is overwhelming the little bits of blood that you continue to taste. And you're just spitting, trying to get this bug out, and it's just coming out in bits and bits and bits.
Yeah. At that point, I'm going to take my shirt and stuff it in my mouth to try to rip all my teeth out if I can.
Yeah, and you do. All of your teeth just come out with one swipe, and just one centipede after another just continue coming out. Your shirt like mostly took off your bottom row of teeth, but it took out a couple on the top row too. And you just have like a dozen centipedes that are just like competing with each other to try and get out of your gums faster. I need a rating 4 mental check to deal with this pain.
All right, 9.
Yeah, so you needed an 11 with a rating 4, and you are just like kind of going blind with pain, and you fall down to your knees. You have roll damage for me.
Oh no, my mouse is being janky.
No worries.
Okay, good.
You guys are doing great on damage when it comes to you. So rating 5 mental wound right now. And you are basically back to your catatonic state, and you like fall forward, and you're not passed out the way you were before, but you are definitely basically incapacitated. That brings us to Harold. You managed to make your way back, and you get to the top of the stairs and you duck your head down, and you can see Stephanie. She's elbow deep into this crystal with the 2x4 in front of her. Don't give the look. What are you doing, Harold?
Running, leaping down those stairs, trying to help. Try to help Wayne pull her out.
And that 2x4 really helped you, Stephanie, but it's rotten and weak, and it just snapped as you were like pushing it, and both ends of the 2x4 are instantly sucked inside that black hole, scraping skin along your arm the entire way, and suddenly your shoulder is all the way into this crystal, and you feel a sickening crunch as it's still pulling you, but the black hole is only big enough, like a 5 or 6 inch diameter, and it's still pulling your body through, and it's just like squishing and compressing your shoulder. And then with a pop that both Wayne and Harold hear, your shoulder dislocates, but it's still pulling that flesh through. Harold, how are you trying to help?
I was just gonna go and grab her by the waist and start trying to pull back.
Yeah.
That's
fair. Wayne, you're still trying to do the same thing?
Yeah, I don't. So, yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything else to do. Are there more of those 2x4s about?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to move like 8 feet away to get to them and come back. So it's like 5 steps.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it just feels like.
I'll point out at Wayne at all the broken glass from the mirror.
I'll go. I see. Okay. I'll run and get a shard of glass.
Are we gonna do what I think we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like the only option.
Yeah.
It's a good thought. Unfortunately, Wayne, you're not going to be able to be fast enough. You get to the shard of glass and you come back ready to start hacking. But then with a sickening crunch, her neck snaps backwards, completely broken. Her rib cage just compresses. And suddenly, like, she's still being pulled through, and it's just being mashed through the hole that's only 6 inches wide. And at that point, you guys don't know what to do. Give me a rating 5 mental attacks or defense for you guys.
Got a 7.
That's a 6.
Yeah, both of you just kind of stop dead in your tracks. At this point, you don't know how to comprehend what's even happening. This has all been such a whirlwind. I know we're going late. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Stephanie is just slowly, inch by inch, pulled through this void until she's gone. The two of you black out. Everyone is unconscious here. And we are going to end the session here, I think, and pick it up next week on the 6th with session 2 of The Darkest House.
Oh, that's intense.
So, are we
Shit.
just gonna go get the rest of her family and kill them here too, or is it
Throw
just the
them all
two?
in.
Yeah,
That's
a good
might as well
question,
just take
isn't
them
it?
At
all
least
out.
the mom.
Yeah. Definitely the mom. Yeah, definitely the mom.
Don't trap me here with my mom. Fuck.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So let's go through, and I know I didn't give you guys a chance to do shout outs at the beginning. So let's go through, starting with Chuck, our herald here. What do you got going on?
Oh, snap. Well, here on this channel, come Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central, we're doing some Pathfinder 2nd edition. There's a potato god. Jeff will have a new character. Giant spaceship and Star Wars. So it's everything you need in a Pathfinder campaign. Thursday, we're going to be doing Watercolors and Warriors, our Ghibli-inspired 5th ed game. And then Friday, 10 p.m., basic fantasy role-playing game. It's going to be the conclusion of the current campaign. And then Saturday, we'll be doing some Forbidden Lands at 1 p.m. and then back here at 9 p.m. So that's what Defenders have going.
Awesome. Jake, you have anything to add to that for Defenders?
No, nothing really to add to that for Defenders, but I do have a sponsor that we usually invoke from time to time, and I think this would be an appropriate time to do
Absolutely.
so. Are you a busy young witch who can't find the time to stir your potions to perfection and keep your liquid hatreds equilibrium with Freaky Fran's self-stirring cauldron? Sister Francesca Cortesa is an occult mistress of forces chaotic and profane, and she's lending her experience to you with the only cauldron capable of guaranteeing an even distribution of vexation in your vile concoctions. That's Freaky Fran's self-stirring cauldron. No toil, no trouble.
Hey, that's pretty good.
There we go.
I'll have to add that into the next session. Product placement.
Yes.
Jeff, what do you got going on?
Over at twitch.tv/the lollygaggers. We're going to get back to our normal schedule next week. So that means Alien on Monday. It also means Impossible Landscapes for Delta Green on Friday. I'm not sure what we're doing yet on Saturday. But you can also catch me specifically over on the Sirenscape channel on Tuesdays as playing through a Call of Cthulhu game with our friend Matt. And on Thursdays at Garblike Games, I run another Delta Green game over there as well. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Ashley, you got any shout outs you want to do?
Just come hang out with us when we're streaming Friday, Saturday, and wherever. Well, we stream all week, basically.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining our inaugural episode of Darkest House. I
That's
hope it was
horrific.
entertaining. Thank you for being my victims here. And I hope I didn't pull out too many stops.
You're gross.
Too many
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
You're a very gross person.
Too many
I
arms.
think you pulled out
Very
too many
disappointed in
teeth.
you.
My wife agrees. She refused to watch this because she knew what I was putting into it. And I do not hold that against her. I think it was the correct choice. But if you're all willing to continue to be victimized, then I will see you next week on the 6th.
I look
Sounds
forward
good
to
to
seeing
me.
where it goes
Sounds
from here.
good. It's a plan.
All right.
I suppose I'll take us off. I should have
We'll
had that
see if
set up.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, you're in a
I'm
void.
dead.
Okay.
I did say it was player elimination.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Got her
It's
to Ashley in
super
the
quick.
flashback.
Peek it.
Like
All right.
token female, we don't need her.
Mm-mm.
No, you. Are we live still?
We're still live, yeah. I was
Oh,
just
wow.
waiting for the conversation to stop. Then I was going to hit the button.
Well, good night, guys.
Later. I would not have said that on air.